Yes, start. Go read.
So, our Shashtanga pranams to Sri Sri Thakur Ma and Swamiji, and our humble pranams to revered Maharaj. We are starting our session today on discussion from lectures from Colombo to Almora, Swami Vivekananda. We are using the book 33rd reprint June 2011, and today we will be discussing my plan of campaign that is delivered at the Victoria Hall, Madras. In this edition, the page number is 121. So, shall I start reading it, Maharaj?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. As the other day we could not proceed owing to the crowd, I shall take this opportunity of thanking the people of Madras for the uniform kindness that I have received at their hands. I do not know how better to express my gratitude for the beautiful words that have been expressed in the addresses than by praying to the Lord to make me worthy of the kind and generous expressions, and by working all my life for the cause of our religion and to serve our motherland. And may the Lord make me worthy of them. Continue.
Yeah, what you will. So, shall we go para by para?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So, what do you understand from this para?
So, here it is mainly Swamiji's humbleness
Yeah.
that and
Anandira
gratitude.
kichu bolte chan. Ye para teki bujen apnara. Yeah. So, two things here. One is Swamiji is thanking the people who has helped him. So, this is one of the virtue all of us we have to develop. The sense of gratitude. The sense of gratitude when people help us, many times we might not care, or sometimes we will be uh, rash towards them and all, but instead of that we should be grateful, and we should express our thankfulness, appreciation and all. So this virtue is one of the important virtue all of us we should learn. That's the one thing which we can understand here. And Swamiji is telling very clearly that I am praying to Lord to make worthy, so that I can serve the motherland and I can be the life for spreading the religion. So this is a what which most of our senior monks have expressed with us, that in many of the letters we have seen personal letters that they used to write to the elders and others. They used to ask Maharaj, please bless so that I can be the fittest instruments in the holy trio's hands, so that I can be a part of this noble cause. So I can do that, I can do this and all. Many times we think with a little ego. So I can give a simple example with our revered Gurudev, Swami Ranganathanji Maharaj. He was such a known as convert our unripened ego to ripened ego. This is a one thing. So I am the fittest instruments in their hands. So this attitude has to be developed so that we will not be carried over by our egos, especially when we are volunteers and coordinators and leading the groups and coordinating the groups and all. Many times this ego can unknowingly can creep in. So here we have to take that as we are instruments, because and also we are devotees. We go and serve ashramas, and at the same time we expect so many things. Yeah, next para.
With all my faults, I think I have a little bit of boldness. I had a message from India to the West, and boldly I gave it to the American and English people. I want, before going into the subject of the day, to speak a few bold words to you all. There have been certain circumstances growing around me, tending to thwart me, oppose my progress and crush me out of existence if they could. Thank God they have failed, as such attempts will always fail. But there has been for the last 3 years a certain amount of misunderstanding, and as long as I was in foreign lands, I held my peace and did not even speak one word. But now, standing upon the soil of my motherland, I want to give a few words of explanation. Not that I care what the result will be of these words, not that I care what feeling I shall evoke from you by these words. I care very little, for I am the same sannyasin that entered your city about 4 years ago with this staff and kamandolu. The same broad world is before me. Without further preface, let me begin.
Yeah.
So, here Swamiji wants to express some thoughts that he has not expressed for the 3 years. He patiently awaited for this for the last 3 years.
Yes. So the ideal of a karma yogi, or the idea how the sannyasi should be there. The ideal of sannyasa has been showed by Swami Vivekananda. When it comes to dharma, when it comes to country, or when it comes to institution, we should react or we should respond. We are not supposed to react. That is what the sannyasa dharma says. Sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam chinta vilaparahitam satitikshani gadyate. This is from Viveka Chudamani. Even mentally also you should not get carried over by any of these things and have to forbear. So this is what Swamiji has done. Now just to make it clear, because people might have wrong ideas, to make it clear he is saying that otherwise he was not perturbed by these criticisms. So by this one can understand that all of us, one who live in the world, Rama was not spared, Krishna was not spared, Jesus Christ was not spared, so Swami Vivekananda was not spared, Ramakrishna was not spared by criticisms. Even I and you also will not be spared from criticisms. We might be very good, we might be doing all good work only, we are very gentle and all, but in spite of that, some people, because of their own weakness or because of their some other problem, their own problems, they do criticize us. Sometimes it can be very strong, so it can hurt us, it can create a problem for our mind, all these things. Yes, no doubt it happens. And sometimes we get into stress and strain, we go into depression, we feel inferior, all these things might come. So we should understand that in this world, no one is free from such criticisms. And the more and more we grow, the more and more we get criticisms. So like there's a saying that the tree which has got more fruits, it gets more stone pelting, because there are more fruits, so that to get that, people throw the stones on that to get the fruits. If a tree without any fruit, then no one throw the stone towards the fruit. So the more and more we become contributor personalities, or we grow, so we get lot of criticisms. That is the one thing. And you see, Swamiji is telling very clearly, they opposed my progress. So Ramakrishna Mission also had, Swami Vivekananda also had, many of us we will have in our lives, that at the beginning, any good work you try to do, there will be criticism, and there will be resistance. Then if you keep on pursuing, if your intentions are good and if your work is good, sometimes, many times it happens, our intentions are good, but the way we are doing the work might not be proper, might not be good, I don't say, might not be proper. That also we have to keep it in mind. But if intentions are good and the work is really productive, then in due course of time, the resistance will convert into negligence or reluctance. People will say, all right, he doesn't listen to us, whatever he wants, let him do. I am allowing him to do. Earlier, Same person said, I cannot allow you to do this. Now he says, is a reluctance, neutral bhava. All right, let him do what to do. Then if you further progress and if you success and other things, if you achieve the target, then people appreciate. So resistance, reluctance or neutrality, then praising or acceptance. These are the three stages every society, every organization, every person has to face it. No one is spared by this. So Swami Vivekananda also has not been spared. So Swami Vivekananda also had a tough resistance. Then neutrality was there. Then Swamiji was also appreciated and accepted, and he was worshipped. Now the same like Swami Vivekananda when he came to the Chennai, when he was sitting in the horse carriage, we all know that people were so mad, they removed the horses and they pulled the horse carriage themselves. Even we can see same thing in the Ramnad. Ramnad, the king himself also joined with the public. Imagine, he's a king, but with the public he joined his hands so to pull the chariot. Now so much respect is getting now, but before that he had to face a lot of troubles. So this is the part of life. This is a part of our training also. The world is a moral gymnasium where we have come ourselves to make strong. So every situation, every person is all making us strong. So when we are handling people means we are handling their egos, we are handling their emotions, we are handling their personality traits. This if we remember, then when the problem comes, we'll be able to cross over. So this positive attitude has to be developed. That's what we can see. Swamiji, how a real sannyasi should be there and how he has bore everything simply without reacting. And some sentence we hear and we get disturbed, but Swamiji getting so much like a Vishakanta, like Shiva consumed the poison, Swami Vivekananda has consumed the poison. Thakur was also criticized by people. At the most, he was a pagla, he's a madman. In the name of God, he has become mad and all. And later, people started criticizing that he is spoiling the young minds. He is asking them not to marry, to become monks and other things. But when it come to Swami Vivekananda, it was very severe criticisms he had to face. But everything he bore for the highest cause. So this is a lesson we have to understand and learn. Yeah, next para.
Yes. Yes. First of all, I have to say a few words about the Theosophical Society. It goes without saying that a certain amount of good work has been done to India by the society. As such, every Hindu is grateful to it, and especially to Mrs. Besant, for though I know very little of her, yet what little I know has impressed me with the idea that she is a sincere well-wisher of this motherland of ours, and that she is doing the best in her power to raise our country. For that, the eternal gratitude of every true born Indian is hers, and all blessings be on her and hers forever. But that is one thing, and joining the society of the Theosophists is another. Regard and estimation and love are one thing, and swallowing everything any one has to say without reasoning, without criticizing, without analyzing is quite another. There is a report going round that the Theosophists helped the little achievements of mine in America and England. I have to tell you plainly that every word of it is wrong, every word of it is untrue. We hear so much tall talk in this world of liberal ideas and sympathy with differences of opinion. That is very good, but as a fact, we find that one sympathizes with another only so long as the other believes in everything he has to say. But as soon as he dares to differ, that sympathy is gone, that love vanishes. There are others again who have their own access to grind, and if anything arises in a country which prevents the grinding of them, their hearts burn. Any amount of hatred comes out, and they do not know what to do. What harm does it do to the Christian missionary that the Hindus are trying to cleanse their own houses? What injury will it do to the Brahmo Samaj and other reform bodies that the Hindus are trying their best to reform themselves? Why should they stand in opposition? Why should they be the greatest enemies of these movements? Why? I ask. It seems to me that their hatred and jealousy are so bitter that no why or how can be asked there.
Yeah.
So, here he is mentioning about the hatred that he received, but still he has the highest regard for Mrs. Besant. Philosophically he is not agreeing with Theosophical Society, but he is admitting that they have done some good for the country.
Yes. So, yes, you are right. And Swamiji is telling very clearly that they are taking a credit that since they helped, I could do all this work, but it is not so. Theosophists, they have done some good amount of work in India, including Ani Besant, no doubt, but they didn't help me. Why they didn't help me? In next para, Swamiji will give the explanation for that. And he is also making very interesting work. People all talk liberal ideas, Catholicism, liberal ideas, universal ideas and all, but when it comes to action, it is not so. So that's what Swamiji is saying. And so hatred and jealousy is so much in the people. As a result, these clashes are happening. And that is very clear in our Indian context. And it is there in every country, no doubt, but here it is more. If a foreigner is coming and ruling us, somehow we are okay. But when our own people, our own kith and kin, or our own relatives, when they are ruling us or when they become leaders, we can't bear. And for somehow or other, even joining our hands with a foreign nationals or with the foreign people, we try to pull people, our own people, down. That is because of petty-mindedness or jealousy. And even Swamiji elsewhere he says that is because slavish mentality. I was startled to hear a few, maybe 2 years before, one of the person was saying Baba Ramdev is doing all this business in the name of Patanjali Ayurveda Center and all. How it is not acceptable. Then I said, look, Patanjali, Ramdev Baba is not a monk, first of all. He is a Baba. Baba or Sadhu. Sadhu means any good person, gentle person is called. He is unmarried, no doubt. He is wearing a garva cloth, no doubt. But he is not a monk. First point. Second thing, there is Hindustan Liver Limited or some other, so many foreign companies who are here providing the products and they are getting the profit and they are sending the money to their countries. And we are okay with that. Our own people, they become better or they are getting good amount of profit. We criticize. How foolish isn't it? When I made this point, some of them, they had to bend their heads. So this is very common in most of us. Swamiji is appreciating a good thing of Theosophists. That's the first point. He appreciated they have done some good work, no doubt. But only I am clearing that they didn't help me. So any good work in any society or in any country or in any organization or in any person is there, we should note it, we should recognize it, and possibly we should appreciate it. That much gentlemanliness, that much magnanimity one should develop. First point. Second, if possible, I should try to climb. I should try to go above. I should go further. If not, understanding my limitations, I should accept and I should keep quiet, but I should not criticize unnecessarily because someone is doing good. Because of this jealousy is the biggest. Selfishness and jealousy, these are the two evils which has eaten the backbone of the India. Swami Vivekananda very clearly says these are the two great devils or evils which has made the India weak. So we have to be clear about it. We have to be careful about it, and we should not be the victim of the selfishness and jealousy. From because of jealousy, hatredness comes. Jealousy because of that petty-mindedness comes. Complaining mind comes. All these things. So Swamiji is telling very clearly. And also afterwards he speaks. I mean, though he doesn't directly mention some places, but in other places it is. I mean, he what do you say? He suggests, like, rather he mentions that even some Brahmo Samaj leaders also, they created problem for Swamiji in the West. Yeah.
4 years ago, when I, a poor, unknown, friendless sannyasi, was going to America, going beyond the waters to America without any introductions or friends there, I called on the leader of the Theosophical Society. Naturally, I thought he, being an American and a lover of India, perhaps would give me a letter of introduction to somebody there. He asked me, "Will you join my society?" "No," I replied. "How can I? For I do not believe in most of your doctrines." "Then I am sorry, I cannot do anything for you," he answered. That was not paving the way for me. I reached America, as you know, through the help of a few friends of Madras. Most of them are present here. Only one is absent, Mr. Justice Subramania Iyer, to whom my deepest gratitude is due. He has the insight of a genius and is one of the staunchest friends I have in this life. A true friend indeed, a true child of India. I arrived in America several months before the Parliament of Religions began. The money I had with me was little, and it was soon spent. Winter approached, and I had only thin summer clothes. I did not know what to do in that cold, dreary climate, for if I went to beg in the streets, the result would have been that I would have been sent to jail. There I was, with the last few dollars in my pocket. I sent a wire to my friends in Madras. This came to be known to the Theosophists, and one of them wrote, "Now the devil is going to die, God bless us all." Was that paving the way for me? I would not have mentioned this now, but as my countrymen wanted to know, it must come out. For 3 years I have not opened my lips about these things. Silence has been my motto, but today the thing has to come out. That was not all. I saw some Theosophists in the Parliament of Religions, and I wanted to talk and mix with them. I remember the looks of scorn which were on their faces, as much as to say, "What business has the worm to be here in the midst of the gods?" After I had got name and fame at the Parliament of Religions, then came tremendous work for me. But at every turn the Theosophists tried to cry me down. Theosophists were advised not to come.
Aitappa. No, please go ahead. Yeah.
Theosophists were advised not to come and hear my lectures, for thereby they would lose all sympathy of the society, because the laws of the esoteric section declared that any man who joins that esoteric section should receive instruction from Kuthumi or Almora, of course through their visible representatives, Mr. Judge and Mrs. Besant, so that to join the esoteric section means to surrender one's independence. Certainly, I could not do any such thing, nor could I call any man a Hindu who did any such thing. I had a great respect for Mr. Judge. He was a worthy man, open, fair, simple, and he was the best representative the Theosophists ever had. I had no right to criticize the dispute between him and Mrs. Besant, when each claims that his or her Mahatma is right. And the strange part of it is that the same Mahatma is claimed by both. Lord knows the truth, He is the judge, and no one has the right to pass judgment when the balance is equal. Thus, they prepared the way for me all over America.
Yeah.
So, here actually sarcastically Swamiji is telling what actually happened with him.
Yes. So Swamiji is making a very clear mention that Theosophists did not help me. Then why are they claiming that because of their help Swami Vivekananda became famous? So this is the quite natural fact which happens most of the times. When I'm a successful, when I become success, when I become a celebrity, when I reach the highest heights, many people in and around me, either family people or friends or neighbors and all, they all try to take the credit. Oh, I helped him, he was my next neighbor. I know him, I know her. Oh, she was like this, she was like that. I did my part. All these things, as if without them, success would not have been possible. But if I'm failure, if I didn't achieve the success, and if I got a failure, then say, oh, that fellow, that rogue was there, I knew this fellow will not rise. He will go into down. He's a dam. I told him not to do this, not to do that, but still he or she went doing. So when good thing happen, we try to take the credit. When we are failed persons, the people try to put us down, or they will throw one more stone. There are already people are throwing bricks or stones on us, and others also will join their hands. So this is the nature of the society. We can't change. So we have to accept. So now Swami Vivekananda, since he has become famous, where Theosophists, they didn't agree to give the letter. It is not that Swami Vivekananda knew that he needs a letter of introduction. Casually he asked, can you give me the letter of introduction? Theosophists said, no. We can give you if you can join our society, our organization. Means you will be the representative of Theosophical Society. Swami Vivekananda said, I cannot. Why? One is, of course, is the disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. More than that, here it is not so, but he told very clearly that because I don't believe in your doctrines. So Swami Vivekananda is very clear from his conscience. Until otherwise I believe in you, I don't accept you. So for some reason, for some pressing reason, we might say yes or no, but Swami Vivekananda was of not that nature. And when Swami Vivekananda landed into problem, when he went there, he understood. One is, first of all, money. He had a very simple clothes, very thin, simple clothes, which was given by Khetri Maharaja, silk clothes, basically, mainly. That too, very less. In a one trunk, he had taken 2 books and 3 or 4 sets of clothes. That's all. Because he was a monk, he was austere in India. In the same idea, he has gone. Whatever the money he had, in just 11 or 14 days, maybe 11 days or 14 days, half of the money was over. Then he sent a wire to the Chennai and few other places. Can you do some help for me? There, Alsinga Perumal, as I know that, he went door to door to collect the money. And many times he sold even his own wife's ornaments, and he had to send. He dedicated his life to Vivekananda, and this Vedanta work or mission is something very notable actually. So much so that his entire earnings or even the ornaments of his wife, everything is sold just to help Vivekananda. He was such a great Tyagi, Alsinga Perumal. So like that, few people, Bhaskar Setupati sent little, though he had agreed everything, but there was a misunderstanding afterwards. He had reduced, but he did help. Mysore Maharaja helped, Khetri Maharaja helped little, and there were so few other individuals who helped. That's how Swamiji had to sustain. That's the one side financial. And he had to have a letter of introduction. He didn't get it, anything. He had to struggle. In spite of all that, he became the champion. He became the hero in the Chicago's Parliament of Religions. Now, one side, people are taking the credit for that. Other side, they are criticizing. They are spreading rumors about him. Now, when you Most of you, whoever has read Swami Vivekananda's life, you know all these things. Now, but we have to understand that even the Avatara Purusha comes, he descends on this earth, and like a human being, when he's leading a life, he is also not spared by criticisms. He is not been spared by difficulties, challenges, problems. He has to face. But he faced and he rises. So I keep on saying on the lighter side, fear. Fear has got two meanings. So if you analyze the word fear, F-E-A-R, four words. Face everything and rise. That's what Swami Vivekananda did. Face everything and rise. Face the brute, Swamiji said. Face everything and rise. And there are other people who does, forget everything and run away. Forget everything and run away. So we run away many times from the situations, from our life challenges. No, we are not supposed to run away. We have to face it, and not only that, we should not go down, we should not sink down, rather we should rise ourselves. So every problem should be converted into a concern or challenge. Then every problem should be converted into an opportunity, so that how can I come up in the life? So that's what we can see in the life of Swami Vivekananda. Going to a foreign nation without knowing anyone, without having money, without having any credentials or institutional support, any letter of introduction, still he struggled, and he became famous. After becoming famous, one side people are helping, the other side people are also creating a lot of problems. His own Indians were creating problems, and also the Christian missionaries, they were also creating problems to Swami Vivekananda. So if you see Swami Vivekananda's life deeply, once his father left, once his father died or passed away, from that day till his last day, Swami Vivekananda never had a single day a comfortable life. His life was with full of struggles, but he was happy. He was blissful. Why? His mind was always fixed on God or on spirituality or on consciousness. So this is the life lesson we have to learn. Now in our cases, it is a prarabdha. Because of our past karmas, we are experiencing either happiness or suffering. In Swami Vivekananda's case, there is no stock. There is no prarabdha karma. He has not done any bad thing. He has not done any wrong thing. But still then why he has to suffer? Here karma siddhanta doesn't come into picture. It cannot give the answer. Then why is he suffering here? It is only to show us the life is with full of dualities. Good, bad, happiness, sorrow, praise and blame, all these things will come and go. Will come and go. Like I always say, when I see holy mothers, many times in India, especially ashramas, many of the ashramas, they wrap her, they decorate holy mother with a Banaras silk sari, Kanchipuram silk saris and all whatnot. But during mother, she had hardly any clothes. She had to struggle like anything. Jagannatha, universal mother, divine mother, we worship her today, and she herself had to struggle with this basic minimum clothes and food also. So even for her, she had to husk the paddy, boil it, and she had to rice, and greens was grown by her own hands, greens and vegetables. Many times she never had even little money to buy even salt. Holy Mother, we all worship today Jagannatha. She didn't have money to buy the salt. She didn't have a proper place to stay, you see. Now they have got so much power. They can create worlds. They can create universes. Then couldn't they make themselves arrangements just for basic requirements? Why they didn't do that? It is only to show this life is with full of challenges. Then, but in spite of that, how can I be happy? How can I keep going further? So to teach us life lessons, they have they have superimposed all these things on themselves to show us practically how to lead a life in the midst of happiness and difficulties, challenges and concerns, prizes and blames. So in this way, we should try to study the Holy Trio's life and teachings, so that it will give a lot of inspiration and life lessons to how to lead the life. So problems are many, solution is only one, that is you or that is I. So we have to change our attitudes. Problem might not resolve in a day or two, but we'll be able to handle them, and problems will not handle them. We should handle the problems. Yeah, that's what we can see in the life of Swami Vivekananda. So Swamiji also had to create a lot of problems. So when he didn't have money and when he didn't had a chance to participate because there was no letter of introduction, so Tesafit said, "Let him die. Now he understands why we asked him to join the Theosophical Society." But once Swamiji became famous, then they said, "We helped him to. When we are the reason, we are the cause for his what do you say, famous or whatever." Yeah.
Maharaj, Theosophists are Christians?
Yeah, Christian origins and all, yes, no doubt. But they were what do you say, uh, inspired by Hinduism, Hindu philosophy, and they were trying to interpret the Hinduism in their own way. In their own way, some of them had converted into Hinduism. For an example, Ani Besant brother, who was one of the notable figure in Theosophical Society, he had converted into Hinduism, no doubt. If not all, he was there, no doubt. Ani Besant was a very good follower of Hinduism, but they had their own views and own interpretations, ideas on Hinduism. Yeah.
Then
And
who
interestingly,
is
Annie
that?
Besant father is an Irish person, mother is a British. She is a born British and citizenship was a British citizen, no doubt, Annie Besant. But her father was Irish, so she had got Irish ancestry.
And who are these Kuthumi and Moria? Means this is not in Hinduism probably, and whatever Christianity also. Never heard these two names. Esoteric.
I also didn't give a attention towards it. I think these are proper names.
They are
This could, they belong to some sect, no doubt. They belong to some sect. So, Swamiji, I think, I mean, I also didn't bother about that. I mean, I didn't give attention. Yeah.
And Maharaj, can you just, means out of curiosity, what was the name of the person to whom Swamiji went for the letter of introduction? Is it mentioned anywhere?
Mm, yeah. And during that time, who was the in charge of the Theosophical Society in Chennai? I have to see. No, I also didn't see that.
And so when we were reading, someone, Soma asked us actually, so we were thinking.
Yeah, I also didn't think about that. Yeah, I will make some research and I will tell you.
So that
Whereas Google says they are the central figures in theosophy, Masters Kuthumi
Okay.
and Moria.
Oh, they are the central figures of the they are the Theosophists, is it?
Yes, Maharaj.
Oh, okay, okay. That makes clear then.
central means they are the like prophet or god, like something like that, because they have their
Yeah.
representative, no, Mr. Judge and Mrs. Besant, a Mahatma. Oh, they probably they are the Mahatmas.
Notable figures, you can say that because they were the heads at that given point of time, or they were the founders, or they are the very famous people in the Theosophical Society, like that you can take. Because until otherwise you read the biography of Kutumi and Moria, we cannot say that.
Uh,
It otherwise it will be just wild imagination. So what was their role and what was their position in the Theosophists, we do not know. Since they're notable people, they can be like a founding people, founding member, or what do you say? Then they were the they were heading the institution, or they're the famous people in the Theosophical Society. That much we can think actually.
so the
But
origin
I
of
have to make some
so
research.
origin of Theosophical Society is in America,
Origin of the Theosophical Society. Yeah.
because in America they are very means powerful, it seems, from reading these things.
Now I don't think.
No, no, no,
Yeah,
not
it
now.
started in USA basically.
Huh? US, okay. Means at that time, because they were resisted to attend Swamiji's lecture and all, so they have a good hold over the society at that time, probably. Mm.
Yeah. So basically, it started from Madame Blavatsky, something like that. She was a Russian. Writer and occultist. Okay, and I mean she and the other two people. So they were the founders, which started in USA in 1875. Actually, humanity, brotherhood, and all. Then this Blavatsky traveled to India actually, and she was interested in Hinduism and Buddhism, studied Upanishads, Vedanta, Tantric, and other things. And she developed her own system called Theosophy, means esoteric wisdom, basically, it is called. Occultism and esotericism, we say that. That is basically their philosophy, yeah.
So esoterics
And
means
in
like
Chennai, they
our
had their headquarters, no doubt.
esoterics means that is that like tantric practitioner.
Yeah, it is very difficult to just tell it in a single word. So it is it is occultism, we can say. Yeah, but to explain, then I have to go for details actually. It is interest in occultism, you can say that actually.
Okay. They joined the other opposition, the Christian missionaries. There is not one black lie imaginable that these latter did not invent against me. They blackened my character from city to city, poor and friendless, though I was in a foreign country. They tried to oust me from every house and to make every man who became my friend my enemy. They tried to starve me out, and I am sorry to say that one of my own countrymen took part against me in this. He is the leader of a reform party in India. This gentleman is declaring every day, Christ has come to India. Is this the way Christ is to come to India? Is this the way to reform India? And this gentleman I knew from my childhood. He was one of my best friends. When I saw him, I had not met for a long time one of my countrymen. I was so glad, and this was the treatment I received from him. The day the Parliament cheered me, the day I became popular in Chicago, from that day his tone changed, and in an underhand way he tried to do everything he could to injure me. Is that the way that Christ will come to India? Is that the lesson that he had learned after sitting 20 years at the feet of Christ? Our great reformers declare that Christianity and Christian power are going to uplift the Indian people. Is that the way to do it? Surely, if that gentleman is an illustration, it does not look very hopeful.
Yeah.
So, together with Theosophy's missionary Christians were also joined in giving travel to Swamiji in all possible way. And this gentleman is that Brahma Samaj leader, probably, right?
Yeah, Pratap Majumdar.
Pratap Majumdar.
So he is mentioning the actually, he is the leader of a reform party in India. Swamiji saying that. So he is mentioning about the Brahma Samaj and this Pratap Majumdar actually. So Theosophists were created a problem. Along with that, my own countryman, because when Swamiji saw Pratap Majumdar was his friend, childhood friend. So he was very happy. But unfortunately, when the moment Swamiji became famous, then Pratap Majumdar, he became jealous of him and he started, vomiting venom. Swamiji is not Brahmin, is not recognized from any institution. is a Shudra, so according to our Hindu religion, is not entitled to preach religion. So he belongs to the uh, group like outcast group. All these things, and his nature or his character is also questionable. All these rumors was spread by Pratap Mujumdar, unfortunately, and that was also taken by Christian missionaries again to spread to add a fuel to the burning fire. So now we can very clearly understand Swamiji how much he had to struggle, you see. So when we see all these things, then our little day-to-day problems is nothing actually, if you compare to all these things. And so I'm just telling you, he was spreading the Christianity and all, and Christianity is very much required to India and all. So if you're following the Christ teachings, how can you behave in such a way? Because Christ said that if a person slaps you, your left cheek, you should show your right cheek. Then, but I didn't slap you, rather you are creating a problem for me. So are you following your own Christ teachings? If you are not following, then what right you have got to teach religion or preach religion? So in that way, Swamiji is questioning: is that the Christ teaching is because of Pratap Majumdar behave based on that? Is he really practicing the Christianity which is going to preach or teach? That's what Swamiji's question. And apart from that, how Pratap Majumdar and other Christian missionaries also, they joined their hands in the problem, in creating problem to him in the West, in the Chicago or in the USA. So I'm just telling very clearly. I think firstly, this is the first time in India he's opening himself. He's opening and he's trying to put in a short, positive way what all the problems he had to face and how things were difficult to him. Why he's telling? For two reasons. One is because a lot of, if you remember, if you study Swami Vivekananda's life, before going itself, Alasinga Perumal and few youngsters, they also suggested Swami Vivekananda to go to Chicago's Parliament of Religions, and before his consent, in those days, they went door to door and they collected the money. And it was a good amount of money in those days. 600 to 1000 or 2000. 600, 800 was at least, no doubt. So in those days, that is a good amount. But Swamiji said, I appreciate your mindset, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I have not got the call, or I have not got the assurance from the God. Since I have not got, so I cannot accept this. Please distribute this among the poor. And they had to do it. You see, Swamiji is telling very clearly, until otherwise I get assurance or instructions from the God or Sri Ramakrishna, so I will not do that. So how, though he is such a great spiritual personality and all, he is so obedient to his Guru and to the God. Means he didn't have an ego. He looks like that he is very assertive in his nature and all. But in his heart of heart, Swami Vivekananda was no doubt. He was so humble. One thing. And because they had done, then they gave away, then they were not angry. Then when in few days, we all know that Swamiji had a vision where Sri Ramakrishna is holding his hands and is holding his hands and both are walking on the sea. That means Sri Ramakrishna gave him the instructions, my dear, please go to the West and preach the Hinduism, preach the Vedanta. And Holy Mother and Swamiji had written a letter to Holy Mother asking her views or permission or blessings. And Holy Mother said that yes, you should go and you should do it and all. So one side he had a vision of Sri Ramakrishna and he had a letter of Holy Mother. Then in few days he said, yes, now I have been assured by God, so now I can go. The same people would have said, Arey Swami, just a week or two before we collected a money, you said no and you asked us to distribute all the money. Now you are saying that you will go and etc. But they didn't say that. They said they were very happy. And again, they went to door and some famous people and all, they tried to collect the money. So one is their enthusiasm, dedication, and their help. So because of that, you all did all that, but all these problems also had to face. So he's trying to tell them, because you all helped. So what has happened, I am trying to be clear. Because before this itself, there were a lot of criticisms and newspaper cuttings in the West about Swamiji trying to tarnish their image, trying to tarnish his image. So he's giving a statement to clear all that nonsense and to clear the dust. But at the same time, in a very controlled way, in a very positive way, he is doing it, Swamiji. That is the beauty of his lecture or his approach towards things. And he's showing how people are jealous about me and about our own people, how they were jealous about our own success.
So, Maharaj, that Navavidhanis actually used to call Keshav Sen as the avatar of Christ, no? They only told that Christ has born again in India. So, that is what is written, no? Christ has come to India. This Pratap Majumdar and all those Navavidhanis, the followers of Keshav Sen.
Who said Christ?
Keshav Sen. They said that Christ has come now in this age as Keshav Sen. They used to call.
So, is it so? I do not know. I am not aware of this. Might be, but I am not aware of it. Sorry.
Okay. So, next paragraph, shall I read or you have a hurry today?
Yes, I have got some commitments today. Sorry. Yes. Maybe we'll, if any other doubts, questions are there, you can ask. Otherwise, then we'll wind up the class today.
Maharaj, one other thing that actually we plan to ask you. So, our third anniversary is coming. So,
Third anniversary is February, no? April.
No, Ram Navami, no. This time it is May, March, 30th March.
30th March, that is Monday.
So the previous week, 26th March is the Ram Navami this time.
Okay, Thursday, okay.
So 25th you can, that is Wednesday. So can you take the 25th March? That so.
Okay, what class you want?
So in the first year we told about the other characters of Ramayana. So brothers of Rama, Sri Rama, can it be or something? You just suggest.
Okay. You want to take like Bharata?
Bharata or all three of them, whatever is you want.
Okay, brothers. All right.
Topic is all right, Maharaj? It is.
I hope so. Let us see. When it comes to near, I will think and I will let you know. Yeah.
Okay. So that is why we thought that we should tell you beforehand.
Yeah.
The topic could be, Maharaj, that Manush ho, আর মানুষ থেকে দেবতা ho. This can be in any language that can be. It is Swamiji's word. This thing, তোমরা মানুষ ho, মানুষ থেকে দেবতা ho. So we can.
Achha.
Actually, Maharaj is taking this Ramayana based thing, na? Last 2 times. So we are thinking that if Maharaj continues with that brothers of Sri Rama.
Yeah. In that itself, we will try to bring that Devata Bhava and Manush Bhava also. We can try to bring. Yeah.
Okay. So when will be the next class, Maharaj?
Yeah. Next class we can have on 25th.
Okay.
And I mean, just on the funny side, on the lighter side, yesterday I had a dream. Okay, the dream like this. I was traveling with a devotee, and the devotee's age was nearing 60. He was nearing 60, and imagine he's a 60, and his mother. So she's quite old lady, no doubt. So all the three we are traveling in a vehicle, and that devotee was saying that Maharaj, I was busy in my life with worldly accomplishments and other things. But in the midst of that, I have tried my possible way. I was trying to do a little japa and trying to study something of Thakurma Swamiji and Vedanta. In my own humble way, I have tried, no doubt. But now slowly my responsibilities are getting released. I want to spend more and more time in Vedantic studies. and especially I want to study Upanishads. Can you help me? He's asking. I said, all right, I'm very happy to listen. Yes, all right, I shall help you to study Upanishads. Like that, I told. And we were talking, and the driver was driving. He's a good driver. He had a good control over the road, no doubt. He was driving, and he took a detour. He took a left side, and it was a small road. One side, the vehicles had stopped. Other side, there was some construction work is going on. As a result, there was a big trench they had opened, like a big trench. Because the lane was narrow, the driver was confident that he can push somehow the vehicle, drive the vehicle. He did drive, but after some going further, one of the wheel got dislocated. In the sense, one of the wheel went into the trench. Then immediately, my mind was in the witness mode. My mind started thinking that just let us witness this situation like that. So, whereas other devotees too, the devotee and his mother, you can imagine, they were becoming panic. They were becoming panic. What will happen? What will happen? But mind was very calm, quiet, and it was in a witness mode. Then slowly, second wheel also got into trench. Then mind got confirmed that okay, now I think there will be an accident. Then one side mind is telling now there will be accident. Other part of the mind is telling okay, now just check your own mind whether your mind is getting agitated, getting disturbed, or whether it is calm, or whether it is in a witness mode. So mind was in a witness mode, no doubt. And apart from that, when the two wheels got into the trench, unknowingly or unconsciously, immediately japa kicked in the mind. One side mind is playing as a witness, the other side mind is doing japa. Then all these things happened in few seconds, no doubt. In few seconds again we got into the trench, and the vehicle fell, but luckily there was no any problem or any major accident happened. Somehow we were saved, and slowly afterwards we came out and we continued, or rather we came out, and by the time dream broke. I was happy that Vedanta and Japa is gone to my subconscious mind also, at least even in dream also. When there's any calamity, I'm able to remember Thakur or witness Bhava. Just I'm telling why this is, because so that we should keep doing this time and again more and more. So when this studying Vedanta, studying Holy Trio's teachings, doing Japa, and the more and more we intensify, that will reflect in our minds, and that should become our habit. Just on the lighter side, there was a funny dream experience I thought I will tell you.
But whatever incidents you previously also told us, from your childhood you are habituated in going into the Sakshi mode, witness mode, and you are like in this in brahmacharihood, when you were in hospitalized, you remembered Thakur, means at that time also you remembered Bhagavad Gita. So we discussed this, that see Maharaj from that early age he is practicing, so that is.
But Maharaj,
There is no other option.
But Maharaj, what I felt is yesterday night there was a talk on this wrong driving on European roads, etc. That must have come into your mind during your sleep or something like that.
ঠাকুর ছাড়া আমাদের কোনো উপায় নাই। ঠাকুর ছাড়া আমাদের কোনো উপায় নাই, এটাই একটা বড় উপায়। বাস এটাকে ধরতে হবে, আর কিছু নেই।
Okay, Maharaj, thank you. Pranams.
Yes. All right. I hope there are no other questions. Yeah.
Pranam Maharaj.
Namaste.
Thank you, Maharaj.